You guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, George.
Yep, I can hear you.
I made a lobby, same password.
Okay.
That's unfortunate, sir.
Very, very
That's
annoying.
not fair. My horn sounds wimpy compared to yours.
It's because you're using your little bitch horn.
I
Yeah.
never found the way to change it.
You've got both. One's H, one's N, I think.
Is that on your controller, that one?
Yeah.
You could go set it to your roar horn.
Controls. Simple automatic. Adaptive high power. Okay. Well, we're gonna be playing in auto now. Half the fun I have with the game is gone.
Does your wheel have paddles?
It does. I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna order another shifter, hook it up, and if it works, then I know that that's the problem. If it doesn't, I'll just send it back to Amazon. Fuck! And it says I'm playing Iron Harvest. God damn it! Thank you, Captain. God, fucking potato stream. Just absolute fucking potato. Okay, there we go. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
Just gonna learn. Thanks, Captain. Think of that lurky lift. Ah, fuck! I don't have my bot active either. Son of a bitch. God
Wow, you're on the ball tonight, bud.
damn. Fucking. Ah.
Just a bad night, huh?
Just rip Blue Stream. Just rip. God.
It's fucking embarrassing.
fucking embarrassing. I need an empty cardboard box to kick. Hold on, I got one right here. That's fucking embarrassing.
That didn't sound like a very intimidating cardboard box.
It wasn't. It was a very small cardboard box. Rashival's now very concerned for what's going on. I didn't set the game right. Fucking the shifter's not working.
No, he's here now. He can't leave.
Son of a bitch! Okay, nasty ass honey badger. Join selected.
Sorry, your blinker is on.
Oh, is
Bert
it?
stinks. Rips. Fucking absolute rip stream. Breaker.
Fuck that shit.
Alright.
Where the fuck's the radio in this truck?
Is Wolvie in yet?
I have no idea. I haven't heard from him.
No, not yet.
By the time everybody gets in here and ready to go, we're gonna be able to drive down the road and fucking park.
Basically, yeah. Half an hour already. I knew it was going to be late because my alarm didn't go off again for my nap, but I didn't think it was going to be this late.
I mean, part of that's me. Part of that is 100% me. Okay.
I would like to note that I was here on time.
What? Why is my truck moving already?
I don't know, you're going backwards though.
I know, I don't know why.
There's a wall there, bud.
I'm not driving!
Oh, fuck.
Why the
Fortunate amount of events are happening tonight.
Why the fuck is it just reversing? Controls. Fucking real automatic? Adaptive, get rid of that. Okay. What the absolute fuck? That is the first time Angry Blue emote has been used in forever. It is fucking accurate. Okay, quick setup. Controller. Real automatic. Steering. Use that to that, and use that to that. And then use that to go forward or that to go reverse. Okay. Finish.
You know, this purple ass truck.
I knew it.
And then we
I knew you
go
were gonna start.
drive.
What does it matter? My truck's purple.
There we go.
Do you approve, Father? Is my
Oh
truck
my
purple enough?
God, why is the force feedback so jank
I would
now?
say your truck is purple enough, yes.
I think ATS fucked up their update. I think that's a big part of it.
I was about to say, do we all have a little purple in here? But blues looks blue.
I'm
It's
very,
very blue.
very, very blue. I'm very blue.
Fucking
I mean, my
bumblebee
wheels
man
are a
over there.
little purpley because of the metallic, but
That's Bumblebee. Okay, so job.
I got new tires on my actual truck, my pickup truck. Oh, so nice. So smooth. Options. Controls. Where's the force feedback? Because it's being stupid. Can I turn the gain down a little bit, maybe? Quarter the gain. Okay, so this is basically like a real truck automatic. You've got the 3 buttons and that's it. That. Oh, I still have a job.
That's unfortunate.
I don't want to cancel the job. Are you picking a job?
I don't know.
Are you jobbing a
course.
pick?
I'm going to job a pick, or you can job a pick.
I can go grab this job and then you all can and pick this job. Okay.
Where's that job going?
Where's it going?
Yeah.
California?
Okay.
Where the fuck is it though? Hold on. It's behind me somewhere. Hold on.
To the trucks.
Yeah. I see it. I was in the wrong driveway. And ktunk. I got it. Oh, does Shade have World of Trucks?
I don't know. Is this World of Trucks?
Yeah. That might be problematic. we'll find out in a second if he can grab the job or not. Looks like he can, because he is backing up to something.
No, I'm just backing up.
America! Purple, yeah! Oh, Wolvie's out again.
Yeah, I gotta go connect this profile to World of Trucks. It's a new profile.
Oh.
Okay, how would I go about doing that myself?
I'll cancel the load. Fuck's sake. Do you have World of Trucks?
I do not.
Yeah. I think if you press escape, I think if you just click the down at bottom left, there's like 8 little icons. And one should be World of Trucks. I think if you just click that,
Yeah.
I think that'll do something.
I see potatoes.
Did it ask you to open the web browser?
Yeah, I just opened it in the Steam browser.
I do see potatoes. I guess join now. And you do some stuff and some things. Then you do some things and some stuff. And then eventually we might actually drive a load tonight. How do I get... There we go. Well, in the meantime, Garage Manager. I don't have drivers in all my garages. I have a lot of garages. I could be hiring some drivers. Hire. Oh, do I have to assign them each? I have to buy trucks too now, don't I?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Alright, I'll buy some trucks. Garage Manager. Can I buy the trucks right to there? No. Truck Manager. Kenworth W900s. Truck dealers. What did I say? They're Peterbilt? I think. I think so. Buy online. No, they were. Hold on. That's not what I want. What do I drive? What am I driving? A Kenworth?
Yes, you're driving a Kenworth.
I knew that. I gotta buy a bunch of these. Purchase. Where am I sending it? Ontario.
Sucks at every sport.
Fuck you. Buy another one, and I'll send it to Ontario as well. And then I'll buy another one. There we go. There, I just put 3 more trucks on the road. I spent half $1,000,000 just now.
Oh, I forgot that drink was alcoholic, and I just downed like half of it.
Oh, good job.
Badger's trashed.
Soon, man. Operation Lightweight over here, bud.
Operation, I can handle as much pot as Cheech and Chong, but I can't handle a drink.
Yeah, pretty well. I will admit that.
Smokes like Cheech, drinks like Chong. I have no idea if Cheech and Chong can drink.
I wouldn't doubt it, no. Have we figured it out, bud?
Okay, so allegedly.
Allegedly, it's working.
Never mind. It is okay.
Okay. It is. Yep. You're starting a lot of sentences. You're really not finishing them.
You need to finish your words.
Now he's not starting them either. Son of a bitch. Garage purchase. Can I purchase more garages?
Okay, never mind.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
I'm connected.
Okay.
Now, if you're connected, hit the button. Hit the escape button. And top.
Button.
And sessions at the top. And you click on one of them, and you take the same job.
I have 11 garages left to purchase. I own 34 trucks.
It says I'm not connected.
Oh, God damn it!
Probably have to sign out and then sign back in.
Son of a fuck!
Did you just leave Wolvie and come back to say the same thing to you?
No, I just went to the edit profile and signed in because I already had World of Trucks created.
God damn it.
I probably have to sign out and then go to the menu and connect it to there.
The game is broken, EA.
Dead, Jim. Dream's dead.
I tell you, my only issue was I had to create another profile really quick because I don't have the sim rig currently. So
Yeah. My only issue is my fucking shifter doesn't work!
hopefully the update just broke it and it's not actually broken.
Well, the computer's not seeing it at all, so. That's problematic. Ooh. Hey, babe. Babe. What size shoes do you wear? Don't worry about it. No. Well, they might be, but I think you'll like them anyways. That's 12 pairs. 12 pairs of socks. Yeah. But they're in an advent box. It's 12 days of socks. It's 12 days of Gudetama socks. Yeah. It's not a gift. It's just $20 I saw it on my Amazon. I'm not buying you shoes. I'm streaming. We can talk about this later. Can we save the domestic? You're welcome. God. Cancel it now. Ungrateful. Did I actually order the fucking shifter? I did, okay. Well, okay, I have a plan. I just can't say it on stream.
Okay, so it says ATS is connected,
Cat.
but in game it says I'm not connected. I'm gonna try and completely restart the game.
Bonk. Bonk. I think you have to do something in the menu.
All right, go to edit profile.
Yeah, go. Yeah, Wolvie will walk you through it.
Okay.
Then you'll see online account. You type in your email and your password.
I wasn't muted for any reason. None whatsoever. Okay. Are we all in?
They're figuring it out, bud. We can just pull out and block the road, I suppose.
Sounds good to me. I will say driving with automatic is a little bit nicer.
It's for a change, right?
It is a nice change once in a while. It'd be nice if the force
Okay, I
feedback.
believe it is working properly this time.
It'd be nice if the force feedback wasn't just jank.
Yeah, it's pretty ass.
Is okay? Am I the only one that's like the force feedback's like every time I move off of center?
No, mine's not that bad.
Mine's not like terrible, but like I can feel it. Like it's like the tires are scrubbing the whole time.
Yeah, mine's not like that either.
What the fuck is wrong with my PC? I'm just gonna turn force feedback off.
You might
Actually-
have to adjust some of your force feedback settings in game or something.
I might just turn centering off and start there. Stiffness down. Actually, let's set everything to. What's yours? Are yours at the 50% mark for everything?
Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah, I can't tell you. I'm not at the computer.
Oh yeah. Let's try that. Oh, that's better. But now it doesn't auto center like.
Okay, are we finally all ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Do we all have the load though?
No.
Our start time was supposed to be like an hour ago.
It doesn't matter. Just hit X or escape and then hit sessions at the top and click same job and take it. Click the same ones we have.
Why can't I shift now?
So you're in automatic.
No, but I can't shift out of automatic. I can't shift into
Where is everyone?
reverse.
Just follow the road.
Oh,
to the
son
highway.
of a fuck!
M4.
Just go straight down that road until you can't go straight anymore and then turn left.
Hold on. Oh my fucking god. Controls.
This clearly isn't our night.
It's super not. Okay.
That's not any of your night. I've been good.
Fuck you.
To be
Real?
fair, I wasn't told I needed to have World of Trucks prepared.
I feel like that's not a me problem. I like stoner problem.
I feel like it's absolutely the stoner's fault.
Pat, you're gonna hit a wall there, bud. Back your ass up and go left.
Okay, and then can we
You can't go through there, bud.
look at the keys and buttons? Shift up is shift, shift down is control. Okay. Drive. Okay, now I can... Stupid fucking piece of shit, motherfucker. Are we just waiting for Shade now?
Yeah, he missed his turn.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Is he backing up right now?
Yeah.
I wanted to see how these reverse. Do they stay in a
Good thing we're
line?
not on tractor.
They reverse very weirdly.
Yeah, well, we're not playing that shit again, so I won't be anyways.
Do they like turn? Oh yeah, I see. Oh fuck me.
Next time I go on Truckers MP is to get banned, so.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that fucking... Jesus, what the fuck?
Just keep slammer into the reverse until you can turn, bud.
They do reverse weird. I love that they're on like a front wheel lift dolly that just hooks into the next truck's fucking fifth wheel. And it's just like this bullshit tow bar fucking...
It took me a minute, but I got it.
Are you coming?
Yeah, these things reverse oddly.
Alright, away we go! Hi hoes! Wait, who's got the slowest truck?
Nobody.
Oh, we're all maxed out? Or is Wolvie still low level?
I cheated because this is a new profile, and I'm like, fuck it, I cheated it. So.
Okay, so I can just hammer down. Oh fuck, why did that go? Why did that put me into neutral? You son of a fuck. Fucking fuck. Son of a fucking cunt.
Any issues or something?
No! God. Going back to oxygen not included. Fuck this.
How about we try some SnowRunner multiplayer?
No.
No. Not with if my wheel's acting up like this, I'm fucking not even getting close to that.
Everyone just needs to have VR already.
Hey,
Soon to happen.
now that multiplayer's baked into this, we should be able to play multiplayer in VR in this.
I don't even know if
Thought
that's good.
ATS wasn't VR supported.
It's not fully VR supported, but it's getting there.
When I get mine, I'll have to figure it out.
I want to get 2 more light boxes for my VR, and I want to put one on that beam there, pointing down into the room, so that if I put stuff behind my back, it still gets tracked, and then I can put the other one up there in front, pointing down into this area, so for sitting, it should still capture me. Or I can put it like right here for sitting. Here, and then, yeah. And babe, would the couch slide all the way up to the front if we moved all the other stuff that's at the front of the room, other than your desk?
Just light the couch on fire.
Oh, lighting the couch on fire. It's the first new piece of furniture we've purchased in, like, forever. And actually, yeah, it's the first piece of furniture that you've all had picked up yet. It has a grease stain on it already, too.
Way to go, that's probably you.
No, it's from my kid. So I guess kind of from me.
In a roundabout way, yeah.
Yeah, in a roundabout way. It's not from her kid. But, I mean, we could talk about the things that her kid's done. Busted monitor, busted Xbox controller.
Let's save that for your next Just Chatting stream.
Paint all over my fucking fence.
Yeah, that'll be a theme for a good Just Chatting stream. All the stuff my kids have broke.
All the shit my kid's broken, and all the shit my girlfriend's kid has broken. An entire fucking theme right there. So my boss told me I could have the 9th of August off, which means I should be able to do that Just Chatting Spice stream ramen night on the 8th.
Yeah.
And I have a backup day planned for the end of August in case that doesn't happen. The problem is the backup date would have me eating an entire bowl of spicy ramen, and then getting up in the morning to drive to BC. Which could make for a very I mean, I won't fall asleep on the highway, that's for sure. But I might destroy every toilet between here and there.
That's
Hey,
unfortunate.
hey, it could be worse. Or it could be better. I could destroy the same highway barrier I took a shit on the last time I drove out that way.
Oh my god, if you have to go to the backup day, I almost need to do a vlog and upload it to YouTube.
Fucking... I think I told that story already on stream a couple times. But it's driving to BC to pick up my kid, and I had to poo. But it was like at the height of like the first couple months of the pandemic. So there were no bathrooms anywhere on the highway. Like, there was nowhere to go. I pulled over into every fucking rest stop, nothing. I pulled over into gas stations, no man, you can't use the bathroom. I'm like, I'm gonna shit right here in front of your fucking gas pumps if you don't let me use the bathroom. And they're like, go ahead, man. And I'm like, god damn it. Why do I have to have it morals and ethics and
You should have just
and
took
shame?
a dump in the fucking squeegee bucket.
So I'm like driving along and I'm like, fuck, I need to shit, right? So I managed to buy some wet wipes at least, like a package of baby wipes. And I see this like service road that goes underneath like a bridge into like by a rail yard and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go down there. Hey, Tonic Project 27, great timing. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the literal
ATS, but we always end up talking about shit.
So
I'm not a part of this we.
so anyways, I find this like, you know, that the Jersey barriers, like these fucking things on the bridge here, just one of them. So I pull my pants down, I hang my ass over one side of it and use it to keep me up, and I just fucking explosive diarrhea down the side of this fucking Jersey barrier.
Gross.
Fucking wipe my ass. Fucking, alright. Get the fuck out of here.
And go down there just for nostalgia when you're going to BC and see
Right.
if it's still painted on the other side.
I can't remember exactly where it is, so like it's a very generic like service road on the way there.
Yeah.
But like actually just be like, I guess we'll just go take a look for my shit. I should have
Adventure.
I should have dropped a pin. I should have dropped a poop pin.
You need to get stickers made of your fucking logo, and every time you go take a poop somewhere, just sticker slap it.
Blooberby1_TTV.
Just right next to a brown streak on a Jersey barrier. That's good advertisement.
Welcome.
Blueberry One, giving you explosive diarrhea since 2021.
that almost rhymes.
I made a cup with my logo on it, and I put it as close to the handle as possible for shameless advertising in the fucking camera.
I gotta get the merch set up, babe. Are we ready to go with the hoodie logo? Sure.
Sure, she says.
I can get the t-shirt, the
That's the
hoodie,
sound of someone who's not sure.
and the mug live. I can't get the mouse pads going yet. But I could get the merch going live.
If I ever make mouse pads, they're going to be the most offensive thing ever.
Oh, I really do think though that like for the mouse pads we could go with some like mouse pads and mugs. You could go with some pretty raunchy designs because they're not really intended to leave the house, right?
I want to make a booby mouse pad.
A booby. Oh, with like the wrist rest as the boobies.
Yeah.
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 That's what I want to do. This is going to be me.
Oh, headlights.
Gross.
The truck's headlights could be the fucking wrist rest.
Oh god.
He'd have the hood pulled up to look like he's like exposing his headlights.
I know at least 2 people who'd buy that mouse pad.
What, headlight boobies?
No, the one with me, but with the boobies.
Say bluebies.
God.
Boobies?
I would buy one and mail it to Slothy.
Yeah, your child is
I
here.
don't think I'd buy the other one.
Can you lock the garage too, Plebe? Well,
Plebe.
I don't know what I was trying to say. I said a few things there. So, I remember in the Discord I put down that I got those new headlights.
Yes.
Well, they came with like all the wiring and the resistors and everything because they're LED.
Yes.
But the passenger side has had an intermittent hyper flash right from day one. So I ordered some higher power resistors off of Amazon. So tomorrow before my stream, I'm going to try and install one and see if it fixes it. But I finally got in touch with the company and was like, hey, can you fix this? And they're like, it needs to be installed by a licensed professional. And I was like, hey, well, I don't have a receipt for install. And they're like, why not? I'm like, because I am a licensed professional. So I bought them and ordered them to my house and installed them at my house with my professional tools. And they're like, oh, I guess we'll send you some new resistors.
I was gonna say you should write yourself a receipt and fax it to them.
I was just like, I just sent them the invoice for the purchase of the actual units, and I was like, I can send you my license. Like, I don't care. It's public knowledge. You can just Google my name, or not Google it, but I'm like, you can go to the Ontario College of Trades and type my name in, and you'll see my license. It's like, Red Seal endorsed, baby.
Get out of my way.
They're just like, okay, we'll send you to. They're actually sending me a pair. I only have a problem with one side, but they're sending me a pair of resistors. So I'm like, okay, that works.
That looks like an unauthorized maneuver, sir.
Hey, don't worry about it. They're in my way.
I had a guy in a Charger do the same thing to me, like whip into a entry lane to get past me, and I was like, what an asshole.
Oh, we're doing this, are we?
Doing what? I don't know what you're talking
No
about.
part of these shenanigans. I have loans to pay.
You shouldn't have told them that. You're about to be broke. Oh no!
All my loads fucking jackknifed to shit.
Skillfully evaded.
Not really. I fucking hit you pretty good.
Maybe load, but not me.
I also turned off the player damage, so we took minimal damage from that.
Oh, so that's a barrier I can't cross.
I I probably took more damage off-roading than I did
I think so.
from
those
you hitting me.
those trucks looked pretty interesting going up and down. Where's Wolvie? Is he still with us?
I have no idea.
Here.
I
So we slow
saw
down.
him for a bit.
How do I zoom in and out? Hold on. Oh, I see him back there. Okay. He's just staying away from the shenanigans.
Arizona highways are fucking dangerous. That's a third traffic incident I've seen.
Yeah, well, we're on them, so you know. Bad. Oh, bad.
I mean, unrelated to us.
We're in California now, I think.
Can I get another drink, please,
Yeah,
so I
that's
can
not
make
just
more
in LA.
accidents? Okay. Ah, fuck! Shit! Ooh. So anyways, yeah, I'm like still working on my like.
I'm not exactly sure how blinkers work, so I'm a teenage driver for now.
I don't use blinkers because nobody pays attention to them in the game, anyways. I think you can get a ticket if you don't use them though. If
got
that's turned
pines
on. No, I know. I'm just saying if you have it on, you can get a ticket if you don't blinker. So anyways, yeah, so leading up to this road trip in August, my old tires were so fucking cupped that like driving down the highway was like brrrr the whole way. So I get these new tires installed and get the alignment redone. And man, if I had known that all I had to do was get my tires replaced, and I'd be able to hear myself think driving down the road again. Swear to God, I would have bought tires like 6 months ago.
No.
It's so fucking quiet. I can hear the wind through the door again.
So on those. Hey.
I can hear my shitty fucking door seals again.
No. I saw one of those new Broncos yesterday. Fuck, is it ugly?
Oh, is it?
It's not that bad.
Does
It's
it?
pretty fucking ugly.
Does it come in OJ white?
It was pretty white, the one I saw.
The worst are the ones that are off-white, so they kind of look like they're caked in mud, like road dust, but they're not. They're just ugly.
Does it come in LAPD Chase white?
It's like the Cube had a little bit of a bigger, longer brother.
Ew, the Cube was a piece of shit.
The Cube has those stupid windows, though. At least the Bronco has normal-looking windows.
The Cube's the one with that. Yo, fuck you, truck.
Yeah, it's the one with that stupid bubbly window in the back.
Is it the one with the L-shaped window that wraps around
think
one
that's
side
the
but not
soul,
the?
isn't it?
Oh no,
I thought maybe it is the
think
Soul.
it's-
I don't know.
no, I don't think it's the
know.
Soul.
Kias suck.
he is suck.
You know what's a fucking ugly fucking car? That Nissan Juke.
Oh yeah, that thing's ugly as hell. It's the ugliest thing since
Pontiac
the PT
ass crack.
Cruiser.
The Juke's fucking ugly. That fucking
The Aztec was so
that
fucking
Toyota
ugly.
FJ thing is fucking ugly as shit.
The FJ Cruiser. Ah, the FJ Cruiser's got some classic feel to it though.
Eh.
I'd drive an FJ.
You guys catch up yet?
No. I like Pontiac when they were like, look, it's the perfect tailgating vehicle. And like they created the Aztec and the whole idea was that you could like open up the back and just like turn it into like a camper, or there was a cooler built into the fucking seat well, and there was the stereo was designed to blast out the back door, and
I'd
like-
rather just get one of those three-wheel cars.
I'm pretty sure like the original concept had a tent that attached to the lift gate. So when it came up, a tent could be like attached in. It was like supposed to be like the ultimate suburbanite SUV weekend getaway crossover thing. And by the time they finally got on the road, it was basically compared to the car that Homer Simpson designed for his brother. They were like, yeah, it had everything, and that was the problem with it.
I think it would be neat to have a truck that the bed folds out into a flatbed.
Actually, you know
There's
what?
an accident up here. Prius on the side of the road.
What would be cool is
course.
if the bed sides and tailgate were all fully detachable. So like you can take the bed off. You can already take the tailgate off. But yeah, like being able to detach your bed sides.
That would be nice, because if you guys ever looked at like the Can-Am Defender, they actually have the huge 6-foot bed with the removable sides, which is cool.
Oh fuck, that accident's
like,
just like
it'd be
right
dope.
there, eh?
A dope flatbed.
Yeah.
So yeah, trucks need to do that. That'd be cool.
I also like that more and more pickup trucks though are coming with bedside in bedside storage solutions. Like there's so much wasted fender space there that could be used for shit that people just throw in the bed of the truck or the back seat or under the back seat that doesn't need to be there.
Like small jacks and shit like that.
Oh, toe straps, jacks, shackles. Like, why do I need a toolbox when I've got all this fucking bedside?
Yeah, I drive a little Tacoma.
Especially
for work.
dualies with
And
bubble
It's
butts.
got these tiny little cubbies that you could barely even fit a Pepsi can into.
Yeah. But like, especially dualies with the bubble butt, and I don't mean dualies with the flares. I mean those have a ton of room too, but bubble butt dualies, like the a lot of guys have the bubble butt tow trucks.
Yeah.
That's what I call them. It's an aerodynamic fiberglass body. I just call them bubble butt. Apple bottom trucks. But yeah, there's just so much wasted fucking tool space.
Shawty got that apple bottom truck and dually with the flaps.
Nice. Apple bottom truck, dually with the flaps,
With the flaps.
rolled up in the parking lot.
Gave the hood a slap, said,
There we go. We write our own parody, boys.
So we went roll, 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 roll.
Can we turn in right up here?
Oh, sorry, I thought we were already turning it up.
Turning it up.
Turnt.
Turned it up.
We're turnt. First we were talking about turds, now we're talking about turnt. Next thing you know, it'll be taints.
Taint.
What would the taint be on a truck?
Cadillac converter.
Like,
I don't know.
I feel like the taint would be like...
The taint on a Toyota Tacoma is that little spot where the wheel mounts to the bottom. Spare.
That's exactly where the taint is, where the under vehicle wheel storage is. If it doesn't have that, then it doesn't have a taint. It's just anatomically incorrect. It's a Ken doll.
It's just a female truck.
Well,
Or
no,
eunuch.
females also have taints.
Right, well, not much of one.
So everybody has a
Fine.
taint,
It'll be
except
a
Ken
eunuch-
dolls.
A eunuch
It's
truck.
a eunuch truck. I thought that was just a Dodge.
Well, yes, but also no.
I thought those were the Mazda B2200s.
To be fair, I like the new Dodges. I think
Fuck
they look cool.
shit. I just like throwing shade at the Mazda B series because my girlfriend had one. Actually, it's funny. My high school auto shop teacher, who got me like interested in the trade, he had a B2200, and he loved that thing. He had that truck from like brand new. He had like an old ass like early '90s B22, and he.
As for pickup trucks, I hear that the Toyota Hilux are really reliable, but we can't get them in the States.
Oh yeah. Hilux is reliable as hell. You know what's really reliable? Any mechanical diesel. Any mechanical diesel will run through the fucking apocalypse.
I think it was the Nigerians used the Hilux in a war.
Oh yeah, they get used as technicals all over the place.
Yeah, but like that's all they had, and they were beating. I forget who was attacking them, but the guys attacking them were backed by Israel and the U.S. for a bit. and they were destroying them with a bunch of Hiluxes because the Hiluxes were more maneuverable.
Probably. That's like, I mean, the Americans won the war in the Pacific anyways, but they tried to send heavy tanks to the Pacific Islands, and they realized very quickly that they couldn't maneuver anything bigger than a Sherman around the islands. And they were laughing at the Japanese when they did come across Japanese tanks, but at the same time, the Japanese tanks were like half the fucking size of a Sherman. So they were maneuverable as fucking shit.
Right, sliding over the mud and through the sand all easy and stuff.
They were useless as fuck because they had no armor, and the Americans were just punching through them with everything they had. But I mean, the Shermans would just get bogged down or just purely couldn't get through until engineers blew them a path.
Yeah, as much a patriot as I am, especially about World War II, Shermans were kind of garbage when it came to side armor. So
Shermans were kind of garbage when it came to everything about them. They were fucking garbage tanks.
We just had too many of them, so we were able to throw them at everything. So
the thing with the Sherman was, so the Americans didn't win the. First of all, the Americans didn't win the war. The Allies won the war. But the Sherman tank didn't win the war because the Sherman tank was a marvel of engineering. The Sherman tank was a slapped together design that was easy to build because 90% of it was cast.
Right, yeah.
And they were able to field hundreds of thousands of them because of American manufacturing prowess at the time. And because their manufacturing facilities were completely untouchable because they were separated by an ocean on both sides.
Yeah, I never said Shermans were good. I just said we had a lot of them.
What really, and even the American troops, the individual fighting soldiers, weren't necessarily better and certainly weren't more experienced than the German troops they were fighting. As a matter of fact,
the Germans have been fighting for years at that point. So.
Most of the German troops were far.
Almost the turn.
What the Americans had going for them was the Allies set up supply chains that were just ridiculous. So a Sherman tank would get a hole punched in the side of it, get dragged back to the back of the lines, get the blood washed out, they'd patch the fucking hole, fix up whatever electronics that need to be fixed up, and they'd send it back with a fresh crew. So
the one thing America has going for it is its chain of logistics.
That's
Russia
exactly
throws
what it was.
America throws tanks.
Well, that's just it. Is American logistics is what allows them to outstrip any other country in combat. And the reason why Vietnam failed for the Americans, hot take, but incoming hot take, the reason the Americans lost Vietnam was because they couldn't set up effective supply lines because they never established
disaster.
Well, they never established a beachhead.
No, it was just fly stuff in and hope it doesn't get wrecked before they can do something.
Well, and that was just it. They never established a proper supply line and actually tried to hold ground. They were constantly attacking behind enemy lines to take
10 feet.
Well, it wasn't even to take 10 feet. It'd be like, oh, we know there's a battalion here, so we'll go and fight that battalion on their footing. And it was like the height of the whole air cav movement, where it was like, well, we can put a division into combat in hours with helicopters. And it wasn't a bad idea. The problem was they never bothered to back it up with land troops after the fact.
Right. It's like, here, let's drop this entire battalion 10 miles outside of Saigon to capture this one HQ we know of.
And then leave.
Okay, that's done. Now what? Oh, let's pull out to this other one 10 miles north of Saigon, leaving this one completely undefended. Oh, what? They set it back up again? Well, fuck.
Well, and that's exactly what the problem became. Was it wasn't that they weren't. It wasn't that they didn't have superior equipment. It wasn't that they didn't have superior training. They didn't learn their lessons from World War II and Korea and establish supply lines. They knew that they needed supply lines, but they never bothered to set. They were like, well, the helicopter can bring in ammo until it can't.
Until it gets shot down by cheap Soviet AA.
Until the fucking until your helicopter pilots are literally holding guns to each other's foreheads over whether or not a medevac should have landed. Like,
Right.
have you seen the movie We Were Soldiers?
I have not.
Really?
Really?
You should watch that movie, and there's a scene in it where one of the pilots, Randall, Snake. No, it's not Snake. Is it Snake shit? Yeah, I think it's Snake shit. He's the short fucker. They call him Snake shit because they call him Snake shit, and he was like, "Why? Because you're short?" And he's like, "No, because I fly so low to the ground, I fly under the snake shit." But he's this short motherfucker that's outside the army regs for helicopter pilots, and his fucking co-pilot, not his co-pilot, his like wingman, is this tall motherfucker whose call sign was Too Tall. But anyways, he escorts these medevacs into to evac
I got a
wounded
way
troops.
station. Will I get a fine if I don't?
No, just keep going. You got fines off.
Medevac waves off and refuses to land under fire. So he lands his fucking attack ship, loads up the wounded, pulls out. The fucking medevac guy starts yelling at him when he lands back at the base. It's like, "You led my fucking medevac pilots into a firefight, blah, blah, blah." This guy pulls his fucking pistol, jams it in the other pilot's face, and says, "Give me a reason." And that wasn't artistic license. The guy, the guy, Snake Shit, admitted to the fact that he basically narrowly avoided. If he hadn't gotten awarded like a Distinguished Flying Cross or Medal of Honor or some shit for his actions in that engagement, he would have definitely been court-martialed instead. Because he like fully pulled his service pistol on another pilot. It was like, fuck you, give me a reason. Give me a reason to have you replaced. But that was just it. It's like, your helicopter pilots, when they stop flying, you're fucked.
Right, and I imagine morale was really shitty for them with how bad the ground war is going.
Well, the morale was shit for the guys on the ground. I mean, come on, you've watched Forrest Gump, right?
Right, yeah.
The morale was fucked.
But I'm just talking about in general as a helicopter pilot with the shitty
Oh, yeah.
morale on the ground and it not going well, it would progressively get worse.
When you're landing and they throw a bucket of water across your helo deck every time you land back at base to wash the blood out, I can imagine those guys weren't very happy.
Right.
Right? And that's the thing is, America has learned its lessons. You either engage from the air or you reset your supply lines. The reason why they were able to take Iraq as quickly as they were in the 2000s was because they rolled in with tanks and troops. They put boots on the ground and they established
Right.
supply.
Well, yeah, the only way to take and keep land is to establish a solid front line and make sure the enemy doesn't get behind it.
You have to hold the ground.
Right.
And you know, the United States has learned some value. I just saw a shooting star in the game.
You tell him,
Yeah, I
Butterbar.
saw it too.
Fuck you. Fucking asshole. First of all, wait,
Butterbars.
is Butterbar 2L or 1L?
Butterbars is 2, and then Butterbar is 1.
No, hold on. Because their ranks don't line up to our ranks. Butterbar is a single gold bar.
Yeah, we only have a single gold bar.
Your single gold bar is a second lieutenant, though, right?
I believe so. I believe first lieutenant's silver.
Yeah.
Second is gold, and then captain is 2 silver.
Wait, is your second lieutenant higher than your first lieutenant?
I do not remember. I'd be lying to you if I told you. I think,
Because ours goes officer cadet, second lieutenant, lieutenant.
yeah, I think ours might go. I don't know, because
American?
all of our branches are slightly different.
I know.
I did AFJ ROTC, so in the Air Force, I think it's gold bar. Or I think it might be silver bar, gold bar, and then captain, which is 2 silver bars.
Hold on. Oh fuck, those are warrants. No, Butterbar's 2L, which is your
Butterbar's
first
2L,
commissioned, and then
So it's-
first Lou is the silver bar.
So it's silver. Or
So it's gold,
silver,
so
and then
it's
capital.
brass, silver.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brass, silver, and then
So yeah, not a Butterbar, bud.
double bars.
100% first lieutenant equivalent.
Okay, so your cream cheese bar, got it.
Yeah, cream cheese
Yeah,
bar,
yeah,
motherfucker.
Cream cheese.
Philadelphia butter bar.
I'd rather put that in my
Philadelphia
mouth.
butter.
I'd rather put that in my mouth than butter, anyways.
Fuck, Philadelphia cream cheese is delicious. Throw that shit on some wheat thins.
Wheat.
Where the fuck did everybody go? Did I take a wrong turn? Oh no, okay, I'm just in between the two packs. Okay, well, he's not really a pack. He's a lone wolf, not a wolf pack.
I'm out of a drink. Once we get there, I need to get more beverage.
I'm chasing Badger. He's slowly losing me somehow.
I'll tell you, my RPMs are way better in automatic.
Yeah.
Oh, I need fuel though. Fuck.
Alright,
My
we're
guy's about to
almost
pass out
to.
behind the wheel.
Basically, butter bars command like squads occasionally, but butter bars don't generally like command meaningful amounts of troops. Whereas a first lieutenant would be like, I think a first lieutenant would be like platoon sized.
Yeah, I think first LT
Is usually platoon size.
Platoon, or
Platoon commander.
depending here in the U.S., it could be captain commanding platoon.
Yeah, but like a first lieutenant's gonna be either 2IC for a platoon or a platoon commander.
Right.
Butterbar is gonna be like admin.
Yeah, he's gonna be like telling the quartermasters what to do and whatnot.
Yeah, or a butterbar is gonna be like an infantry. A butterbar is gonna be like a machine gun squad commander. Like they'll use them to command like specialized squads that are like 5-6 people that would be attached to a platoon.
So my guy's really sleepy. Will there be a point where I just pass out and crash into 7 cars in the next lane?
Thing, he does start yawning, but I
can
turned
hear
that off.
yawning, and the thing is red.
I think they eventually make you pull over, don't they?
I don't think you're supposed to even get tired in multiplayer.
No, you can turn it on and off. I turned that shit off.
Out of my way.
But like, I work with the cadet program, so it's a little bit different. But I am a platoon commander. And I've been a department head, but I'm not a department head anymore.
There's a point where I thought about doing military, but I've got shitty eyes, so I couldn't do anything in the air.
Hmm.
You'd be too big to be in the air anyways. You're too tall.
That's true. Although,
I'd
to
be
be
a bit
fair,
too
that
tall.
doesn't mean I couldn't be a drone pilot.
My department head likes to say that we're co-department heads, and I'm just like, that's not what my title says. My title says you're the department head. Ergo,
You're getting
your
tired. You should
responsibility,
find a
not
parking
mine.
Place to rest. Sleep
We're
through the
almost
week.
to our fucking stops are right up here, bud.
Yeah, 45K for me.
Yeah, I don't see any gas stations, so I guess I can't grab a 5-hour energy. I'm just gonna have to muscle through.
There's a gas station up at the turnoff.
Oh, the game should totally have an option where you just spend $3 and you get a 5-hour energy. Or you can spend $20 and you get a bump of cocaine.
Just what you need.
Yeah. But if you get caught, you go to jail and lose your truck.
Yeah, you lose your truck and you have to pay like a fine, legal fees.
Yeah.
There's a sleep place where we're dropping off.
American Truck Sim, the real Wild West.
You can just sleep after you park.
that was really close. I almost took out a Prius.
That's fine. I almost hit a cop.
One of my
This
Twitch
would
buddies.
suck for some people, but what if you got caught taking cocaine and they made you restart your profile?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Restart your profile. Just get Jeff Bezos.
gotta make yourself a new driver every time.
It just locks you out.
It's okay. I know Jeff.
Thankfully, I work for Amazon.
Yeah, for
And
them,
God
cocaine
damn
is
it,
mandatory.
God damn it, these packages will be delivered flood or no flood, motherfucker. You guys seen some of the memes coming out of the floods in the States?
I have not.
Fucking Amazon delivery trucks driving through like 3 feet of fucking water while like vehicles are abandoned and there's fire trucks driving by.
Seems legit.
The Amazon truck's just like, la la la, I gotta get this person their t-shirt.
I bought an ammo can at like 7 p.m. on a Saturday, and it got to my house at like 1 p.m. the next Sunday, or that Sunday.
Oh yeah, there's so many times, like, we don't have same day here, but there's so many times I order shit at like 11 o'clock at...
Winnipeg might have same day soon.
We should. We have
We're
a
getting-
fucking
we're getting a place
distro.
here.
There's a distro center an hour from me, if that. Yeah, like less than an hour? How far is Balzac?
Balzac. I could start to narrow where you're down. Narrow down from where you're from.
Calgary?
In Calgary.
Yeah. I'm from Calgary. Balzac is 45 minutes from parts of Calgary. Eat a dick. The Amazon
fat,
distribution center isn't actually in the Calgary Amazon distribution center is in this little shithole called Balzac. It's okay, Badger. If you ever want to visit, you just have to DM.
I don't want to go to Calgary.
Well, I don't want to go to Winnipeg, so fuck you. Fucking, there's more to do here than there. What do you got there? Wait, hold on. What is in Winnipeg? Let me think. Fucking nothing? I've been there.
That's okay.
Wait, I think when I went to Winnipeg...
championships here.
I think when I went to Winnipeg... What was going on in Winnipeg when I got there?
Grey Cup probably. Was that 2 years ago?
No. No, the Grey Cup was in Regina when I went to Regina, I think.
It's probably the folk festival or something stupid like that.
What was going on in Winnipeg? Hold on, let me think about this. Oh, I remember. Winnipeg City Police and RCMP were having donuts at the Tim's. That's what was going on in Winnipeg.
Ah, yes, I've seen that. When my buddy walked into a Tim Hortons one time, my buddy's just like, what, y'all take break at the same time? There's like 15 cops in there.
So when you go through Winnipeg, there's like the hotel district right on the fucking highway, right?
You're talking about Main Street?
Yeah, like you come in off Highway 1, right?
Yeah.
And then you can go the ring road,
I
or
can't
you
get
can
the
just
parking
like
to turn green.
drive straight through along Main Street, and then there's like
takes
the
you down
hotels.
the worst part of the city. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's like a fucking McDonald's and Tim Hortons together in a wide open like mall parking lot, like right off of that. That's where all the cops were.
And there's a cop shop not far from probably there. It's probably on Princess.
Badger's like, I know exactly what McDonald's you
I
had
know
breakfast
exactly
at.
where you
I know
are.
exactly where you were. I'm like, I was on Main Street by the McDonald's with the Tims. And it was on the
Wow,
east
this is
half
just
of
triggering
Winnipeg.
me.
If you can't do it, you can go back to the beginning and just skip it. Or it'll let you I can't remember. Blue, tell them how to skip it. You skip it all the time.
I don't have time for parking. Pick that one. Job market. External contracts, because why the fuck not? We're here now. So you have Nevada? And we need to get our dumbasses to... Oh, he doesn't have the, like, heavy load DLC and shit, though, does he?
Probably not.
Oh, wait. Wasn't those trucks part of heavy cargo?
No. They were not.
I was gonna say we could grab this scraper, 125k to fucking Idaho Falls, Idaho. But that ain't gonna work. I don't want cargo. Where's the price? Yeah, no, that's janky. Price per distance, 92. Lift truck, stumper, knuckle boom, cars. We could go back to Yuma with some cars.
How do I sleep?
Go to the blue thing on your map and then turn your truck off and press something.
There we go. That cable reel, is that a heavy load? I think that's a heavy load. Office supplies, though. That goes through Utah. External contracts. Oakland.
How are we doing external?
I'm just looking. I mean, okay, here we go. We'll keep heading north. This is a shitload, but hold on. Oh, here we go. No, that's a janky little load too. You're kind of cute. We'll take that load. Okay. We're gonna go to Astoria for $27,000. Fuck me, less than $30 a kilometer. Ugh, gross. Gross. What a waste. I need to find fuel though. Oh, this load's here. No, why is my sticky keys shortcut even a thing? Fuck you, Windows Update, for turning.
Turn off sticky keys.
I did fucking years ago. Fuck you, Windows Update. Why would you update and think I suddenly want sticky keys? Why does Windows think anybody wants sticky keys ever?
I don't know. Sticky keys is the dumbest thing ever.
Here's the deal, Microsoft. If somebody needs accessibility, they can turn it on. Because nobody else is going to use that except the 3 people that want sticky keys. Having the option for it is fine. Having it on by default is dumb.
It's like having dictation or the other one.
If you
on by default.
Yeah, it's like if you press shift 5 times in a row rapidly, it'll hold shift on until you press it again. Caps lock, motherfucker! Caps lock! We have a button for that. It's called caps lock. Why did shift need a sticky key? What fucking technology averse troglodyte is sitting there smashing shift like, why can't I hold this on? The button above it. Fuck. Jesus. It's the button above it.
There we go. I turned fatigue off.
The only purpose of sticky keys is if your caps lock is busted and you're too cheap to buy a fucking keyboard.
I'm gonna go grab another drinky poo or 2 and then I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna head to the gas station up the road here with this really tiny, like, half intermodal transport container on a full frame.
You can drive right through me here, Shade.
I love doing highway horn to a car in the middle of town.
I'll be right back.
Did we lose Buddy?
No, I think Wolvie's still on his way.
He's not in the session anymore.
Oh, Wolvie!
I'm reloading ATS.
Oh, did it crash?
It's giving me issues.
So, we made, like, whatever we made off of that job, but in the meantime, I'm pretty sure I made, like, 100 grand at least just on my drivers. Let's see. Profit 7 days, $760,000. Yeah. Stupid. Fucking stupid.
And it's still more than I would be making. All my jobs that I looked at would give me like 20,000.
Well, daily profit. Whoa, what? Hey, Sacramento, why are you losing me $45,000 a day?
He got caught with cocaine. You gotta pay his legal fees.
I was drinking, motherfucker.
You're welcome.
Can I driver manager? I got a lot of 10-star drivers now. How much am I paying these assholes? Oh, you know why? My worst driver is making me $164 a day. Do you want to know what I make my company a day? I make my company minus 60,000 a day. I cost my company $60,000 a day. My drivers collectively make that up for me.
I think it's time for the board to have a meeting and put you behind a desk.
Yeah. Hey, get the fuck over here. Listen, you need to go the fuck home and let us run the company, okay? It's time to retire and stay the fuck off Twitter. Elon Jr., you piece of shit.
I'll be right back. I am also gonna go grab a drink.
Try not to finish my drink just so I don't have to ask for another one. Garage purchase. Albuquerque purchase. Roswell purchase.
Never mind, I've still got a drink from Sonic. 7 hours ago, I bought this drink from Sonic, and it's still got ice.
How much can I borrow? I can only borrow $660,000. Fucking bite me, game.
It's because of all the all those fines you get.
Jesus Christ. Well, I just purchased myself down to a bank account of under $250,000. But I just bought 2 more garages. I'm now basically... I need to buy 1 more garage in New Mexico, and then I just need to buy out Colorado. But I don't have enough money to buy more trucks or hire more drivers.
Just a poor bastard again.
Well, I got 40 garages and 34 trucks, so I could sell some trucks and fire some drivers if I had to. You can sell trucks, right?
That's a good question.
Pretty sure you can.
I think that's when the board would step in.
Yeah. Hey, man, I need to sell this truck. Why? I got caught with more blow. Let's see what we got here. I got... Oh, I forgot that I've also rigged all of these trucks to look like my truck, except without the flames. So I spent way more money on all of these trucks than I needed to. I could totally sell all these trucks and buy base model trucks and have money again. Sell it for $123,000. And sell that one for $123,000. Buy. I think I can only buy. I think it's $125,000 a truck to buy them. I can't sell these for what it's worth to buy a base model now. Damn it. What's this one worth to sell? Well, I mean, my truck has the most kilometers on it. 73,000 kilometers on it. Map view? Where is everybody?
Need gas. Move.
Oh, you need gas and I'm in the way?
Yes.
Okay. And I shall movie. Has everybody else picked up their jobs?
I think Shay's got his job.
Looks like Wolvie's leaving the lot, so he must have his job.
Only $700 in gas.
700. Mine was 1,000. Ow! You cock. I just made $56,000 by existing. Well, I guess I didn't make 56,000, but my driver just delivered a $56,000 load. I'll meet you guys on the highway up here.
Meeting on the highway.
Yeeting on the highway.
Drinking another girl drink.
What you drinking, buddy?
Smirnoff Ice Berry Blast. It tastes like a fucking rocket popsicle. It's pretty good.
Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff
Berry
Ice, bud.
Blast.
Yeah, bud.
Did you get iced? Did you get iced?
Not yet.
Bab. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Can I get another one, please? Can I have another drink, please? I love you. What are you eating? Those Oreos? You ate an entire pack of Oreos without me?
Wrecked.
Your child ate an entire pack of Oreos without me? He needs to learn some respect for the food around here.
I'd eat an entire box without you.
Yeah, you paid for your entire box without me.
Is Celtic in your chat?
You know how much fucking food I buy in this house that I don't get to eat? Fucking bullshit.
Send Celtic his cheesy poofs yet?
I haven't
Get
sent
used to it there,
Celtic.
buddy.
I haven't sent Celtic his cheesy puffs yet. Can we send Celtic his cheesy poofs? Because I'm never around to do that. No, when I am, I have the little asshole to deal with. What? Fuck you laughing at? It's true. He is small and asshole. We're getting tile done on our stairs. And they had just set the stringers and the fucking backs, right? Mashilo tells them, don't go down the stairs. Like, don't go downstairs. It's not safe. If you need to go, like, I'll go and get you whatever you need from downstairs. We can go around, whatever. She goes outside for a fucking minute, comes back in. What is he doing? He's not only is he going downstairs, he's holding onto the railing and stepping on the top of the stringer instead of on the steps themselves. But that's putting his entire weight on the edge of the newly set tile. This motherfucker.
Slice your foot.
First of all, good way to slice your foot open because porcelain tile and cut edge. Second of all, good way to push the fucking tile that we're spending like $1,000 to have done out and have to redo the fucking job. You little asshole. But that's a story for another Just Chatting night. So there I was when I says to myself, I just say that because every time I do.
It is what it is, he says.
Yeah, it is what it is what it is. He says as I says to myself, and I.
So he says to himself, he says, this is what I says.
As the blind man picks up his hammer and saw. So as the blind man pisses into the wind and says, it's all coming back to me now.
Is it really all just coming back to him, or is it actually happening?
Oh, fuck. I stopped to see where you were, and I found you.
I just hit the M button, pulls up the map.
Cop car. Fuck you.
Anybody hear from Andy? Because he normally trucks with us.
Fuck you, Popo. Fuck you. Oh, you son of a bitch. I just got wrecked by a cop SUV.
Did he find your coke?
I think Dramakazi's account got hacked though.
Is that what you posted that thing about?
Yeah, if anyone gets a message from him, if you still have him on Steam.
I'm pretty sure I still have him on
Fuck
Steam,
him.
but he hasn't messaged me. But I just got my shit absolutely wrecked.
I barely reply to messages from my friends on Steam.
He messaged me, I'm like, that's odd. Asking me to vote for a Counter-Strike game, and he doesn't even have Counter-Strike on his list.
It's like,
And I'm like, is this even Dramakazi? And he stopped playing.
this drama. No, not drama. This is clearly drama, but this is Dramakazi.
If somebody messaged me about something about Counter-Strike, I'd be like, well, why the fuck are you messaging me about Counter-Strike? I don't give a fuck about that shit.
But like, have you looked at my fucking games list?
You're not on a Counter-Strike team. Why do I care?
Listen, buddy. Listen, I've turned down every top tier Counter-Strike's team already, okay? I told them, listen, I says when they come to me, I says, you guys can't pay me enough to be a top tier elite esports player, okay? You just can't. I'm just not interested. Don't want your money. Not gonna play for you. It was a
I
bad.
haven't even learned all the Russian swears yet.
Listen, I had a bad time. I made some bad choices in Counter-Strike, okay? I thought I was playing Counter-Strike. It turned out it was like that DVD, that movie with whatever the guy's name is. They're
We
like,
should play
gamer.
next weekend. Oh, good crash, bud. Hand
Crash.
simulators, VR.
You can't. The controllers don't work.
What?
Lame.
Yeah, you can play Hand Simulator with the VR headset, but the
only.
control, yeah, head mount only.
That's
stupid.
lame.
Well, the whole point of the game is,
To figure out how to use your hands with the keyboard.
yes.
I was still good enough to always 1911 Slothy in the face, so.
I
Yes,
was
yeah,
not
I
even
know.
good enough to
My
open the
skills
grenade
peaked
bin,
in
let
that
alone
game.
throw the fucking grenade at Slothy. Although I got pretty good at
Grenades was
tanks.
always horrible.
Tank's the easiest one.
I got okay at
Grenades,
tanks.
90% of the time, you just blow yourself up.
Fucking shake.
90% of the
vigorously
time I
and hope the
blow.
pin comes out.
90% of the time I blow myself up with the grenade and fucking onward. Go to yeet the grenade. I'm like, why is the grenade at my feet? Oh, fuck me.
Oh, I dropped the grenade. Wait, is the pin still in that?
Look over. Nope, it's in my hand. Fuck.
Shade can join us next week. He's got it now.
Nice. We'll have 4 people. 2 and 2. BK was gonna join tonight, but he wasn't feeling good.
I saw he was playing Truckers earlier.
But
And he started playing something else when he started, so must have been feeling better.
I just don't think he was feeling like playing with people. You know, sometimes you don't feel good, and it's
Yeah,
not
there's
like
a
a.
difference between playing by yourself.
Yeah.
And playing socially.
There's 100% times where I'm just like, There's times when I'm like, I'm gonna stream by myself because fuck people, and then there's other times where I'm like, I'm gonna play games today and not do a day stream.
I'm just
was
gonna
still
play
never-
Oxygen Not Included for the next year.
I would still
Fucking
never,
love
ever
that
play
game.
Phasmophobia by myself.
I think that's what we should do next weekend for at least part of it.
If you can get past the menu in VR, good luck to you. It fucking gave me a headache 2 minutes in.
Did it?
I put on the fucking headset and it was so janky, the turning, even in VR.
Okay. I mean, we can just play Onward and shoot shit.
I was talking to Zelda and she was saying you were getting sick before and Onward doesn't seem to make you sick.
I got sick in Skyrim. But I think it's because I was just straight up running. Because, like, Skyrim's, like, Run, 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 run. Ooh, pretty thing.
Oh, we could try Phasma. I could even gotta test it before streaming and be like, oh, well, my eyes hurt. I'm not streaming this now.
Because like
I was having
Arizona,
a bit of glitchiness in Onward earlier.
Arizona Sunshine didn't make me sick. But in Arizona Sunshine, I could like run, 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 stop, shoot, 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 run, 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 stop. Skyrim, because it's so fucking open world, and
You're
it's
just sprinting everywhere all the time.
well, and the problem isn't running straight. If I just like move my legs, even just like lifting my heels up and down, my brain will just be like, okay, you're moving. This is fine. It's the second I hit an elevation, and there's so much up down in Skyrim.
Right.
The second I hit elevation, like I hit elevation and run down the staircase and onward and forget to like bob my head or anything, my stomach just goes like straight up into my fucking throat.
Luckily, it's not so bad for me because I play games on a 55-inch TV. It's like I'm in VR.
Yeah, it's weird because like I don't get motion sickness anywhere else. And like I've sailed, I like boats, planes, I've glided, I've done like the bungee jump swing thing at fucking Canada's Wonder. Like none of that shit, drop zone, like none of that shit gives me that like, oh my god, motion sickness, I'm gonna puke feel. But all of a sudden in Skyrim I was like, nope. Which sucks because Mashival bought me Skyrim and Fallout for VR, and I want so badly to play them in it. But I just gotta figure out how. I might just have to do the teleport.
I'd like to play New Vegas in VR.
I'm gonna try Skyrim again, and I might just do it in the teleport mode because it has
Yeah, like with
the standard like the arc and bloop, that's where I want to be. Bloop, that's where I want to be. The problem with that I find is with the way the combat system with the melee combat system in Skyrim is set up, I don't know that it'll be easy to like, you know how when you get into melee combat in Skyrim, it like a lot of it is like run in, slash slash slash, block, run back, quick heal, run back in, slash slash slash. With
Right.
teleport you can't do that. You're basically like, you run in, you do your sneak attacks from the distance, and then once you're in melee range, you better have the health to live. So there might be a lot more Fusro dying. But
Yeah.
there's a mod for VR Skyrim where the mic will pick up. You just have to learn the dragon shouts yourself.
Right.
Like, you have to learn them in the game, but like, if you learn the words, you can be like, Fusro da! And it'll activate your shout for you.
I still remember all the important ones.
Fusro da is like the most important one. It's how you yeet.
There's a couple of quests where you need to know Wold Nakest.
Yeah. But like, yeeting Lydia off a cliff is like the only thing that means anything in the whole game.
Fair.
Hey Lydia. I live to carry your burdens, my thane. Fusro da!
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I just hit a post.
Nice.
And Lydia is now at the bottom of the map. Then you just wander around for a few hours, and when you fast travel to a new city, you're like, oh fuck,
can't
Lydia! Jesus Christ!
I can't remember which game it was.
Fuck did you come from?
But at one point, oh no, it was Fallout 3. I was playing Fallout 3, and I don't know how, but like, for a solid, I'd say 30 hours of gameplay, I lost my follower. I didn't know where the fuck they went. And then I was doing that one quest where you have to get to the radio station in the center of DC. And
Yeah.
I went into the sewers where there's this long section where you just go through pitch black sewers full of ghouls. Terrifying as a 13-year-old, by the way. And as I come out the
Shit,
other
our
side,
parents let us play
oh, my parents didn't know.
Grand Theft Auto.
Top-down Grand Theft Auto.
As I come out the other
GTA
side,
2 was
like,
fucking awesome.
After this horrifying section all by myself with no follower, my follower appears at like the last stretch just before you get to DC. Now at this point, he had been gone for like a solid 30 hours. I don't know how he got there.
Oh, man, you're dead.
I guess at some point I must have told him to wait. I didn't ever remember doing that, but And I guess at that particular point in the game, it just teleported him to where I was, because, like I said, I lost him for a solid 30 hours worth of gameplay.
So, before I decided to do Twitch and ignore YouTube beyond just using YouTube as a repository for my Twitch VODs, I was recording a Let's Play for Skyrim, which Mashevil is very disappointed that I didn't continue. She was the only fucking viewer, though. That's the problem. Actually, I got more viewers on my Call to Arms Let's Play. Probably because there's like nobody doing Call to Arms Let's Plays, so I was the only fucking gaming channel that did it. And then I rage quit the last episode. I was like, this is fucking bullshit, this game sucks. Fucking bugged the fuck, and I'm not playing it anymore. This is the end of this Let's Play. Just fucking rage quit the fucking entire series. And shortly after stopped doing YouTube. But anyways, for like an episode and a half, like 2, maybe 3 episodes. So I went into this ship, and when I came out, Lydia was just gone. I was like, I don't know, I guess she fucking died in combat or some shit. I couldn't find her body. I couldn't find her. She went into the ship with me. She never came out. So I was like, whatever, fuck it. She must have drowned. I go and I do like a dozen other quests, and I start doing the like Mage's College quest line. I'm fucking on my way to do the first Mage's College quest, and I'm like running along. I turn around, what the fuck, Lydia? Where the fuck did you come from? Jesus. It's like,
Yeah, it's another one of those situations where they disappear for a while, then come out of nowhere.
well, and I was in the open. I was in the wilderness, and this guy like attacks me, and I like fucking kill him, and I turn around, and like I'm like, oh shit, a wolf, and I kill the wolf, and as I'm killing the wolf, Lydia comes out of nowhere and attacks the wolf. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh fuck! Jesus Christ, Lydia, I almost killed you, you dumb bitch.
Bethesda games for you.
Fuck you.
I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but I played Skyrim first, right? And then I went back and played Oblivion. I liked Oblivion way more.
So I played a... Okay, so this is fucked up. I saw a friend playing Skyrim. I was like, what is this? And he didn't call it Skyrim because it was like when it came out. It was like brand new. And he was like, it's Elder Scrolls. So he called it Elder Scrolls before like everybody just called it Skyrim.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this looks really cool. So I went to the store and I bought Oblivion. And I started playing it. I'm like, this is not what the fuck I watched. This is jank as shit. But I still got into it and played it anyways for a little bit. And I've never beaten Oblivion. I've never beaten Skyrim. I've never beaten Fallout 4. Never. Hundreds of hours, if not thousands, into all 3. Never beaten them.
Wow.
Just I've never gotten around to doing the main quest line. I just do everything else.
That's fair.
And then I get bored of the game, or I move on, or another AAA title comes out, and I forget about the game, and I never get back into it. Or like Fallout 4, it just suddenly won't open on my fucking computer out of nowhere. Vanilla or modded. And I'm just like, well, I guess I gotta uninstall and start the fuck over again. With Fallout 4, you get into Fallout 4 and you get like bases built up and you do a bunch of construction and you get your followers set up the way you want and you've got factories and shit going, and all of a sudden the game's like, go fuck yourself, your save doesn't work. That shit's demoralizing.
Oh, totally.
Skyrim's not so bad because like you've got the 3 houses you can build and upgrade, and it's like, I'll go make some gold and fucking do some shit.
Yeah, with Skyrim, it's not really that in-depth on the permanent investments.
Right. Whereas with Fallout, like, you've spent time building, like, a logic circuit and shit, and, like, all I gotta do is I gotta go turn on this switch and turn on this switch, and the next thing you know, I'm making fucking helmets, and then I want guns, so I flip this switch, flip that switch, flip this switch, and now I'm making bullets, and you add a couple of mods, and you've got all the bodies that you bring back from every encounter, and you're just, like, dumping them into this thing, and it's turning them into fertilizer and shit. Like, it's fucking cool.
Right, yeah.
And then it's gone, and you're like, the motherfucker. You know how much time
I never got really super big into the base building in Fallout 4 because I played it, when it came out. So that was before the console version had mods or anything.
Right.
And I remember being so sad when I was building up my base at the Minuteman fort.
Yeah, the castle.
And, yeah, at the
I
castle. and
love building at the castle.
I had fixed the wall with foundations in vanilla, which took me like 3 solid hours. And then I started building a production facility to make bullets, and I ran out of like
Build space or whatever.
I hit the build limit. I
Yeah.
was like, well, fuck. So instead, I converted the place into storage, and then I used the drive-in theater for like all of my, settlers. I put them there. and
Well,
I
like
put
on
my production
PC, you
facility
can just
there.
straight up remove the build cap.
Right, but I have it on console. I mean, I have it on PC now, but I feel no
I have-
inclination to go back and play it again.
I have Skyrim on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PC.
I have.
And I've never beaten the
Skyrim-
fucking game.
I had Skyrim on 360 with Oblivion. And actually, fun fact, Skyrim and Oblivion are the only 2 games where I 100% did all the achievements.
Oh, nice. But yeah, like I like Oblivion, and Oblivion is still very playable.
Yeah, honestly, when I first got Oblivion, because I think I might have had it before Skyrim, I don't remember. But it was the Game of the Year edition, and I remember I had Skyrim at the time, I got Oblivion or whatever, or I had it first, and I was like, I can't figure out what the fuck to do in this game. What the hell? I can't even get out of this cave with the rats. And then I remember the place I had left off after I first played Oblivion was right outside of the first sewer across the river. There was that place where you fought the bandits, and I was like,
Yeah.
screw this. And then I played Skyrim all the way through, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Oblivion a second chance. And when I did, it was the Game of the Year edition, so I had all the DLC, and I had,
I think
just come off of Skyrim, and I genuinely enjoyed the environments, the quests, and even the janky voice acting more than I had in Skyrim.
I was gonna say the lore and the thought and effort put into Oblivion was better.
Yeah, I think Oblivion had a whole lot more
Meat.
atmosphere. There was a
Yeah.
whole lot more RPG there. I find Skyrim was more epic and pretty.
The Skyrim, they were 100% trying to bring it to the mainstream and get Bethesda on the map.
Eh.
That's what they were doing. And then Fallout 4 was their way of being like, look, we can make a shooter that's also an RPG.
Which I biggest fan of Fallout 4. I don't know. Honestly, I think the reason I wasn't the biggest fan of Fallout 4 is because I love New Vegas so much, and Fallout 4, just like with Skyrim compared to Oblivion, didn't have the meat that New Vegas had.
No, and I think because I've played a bit of New Vegas, and I was like immediately like, okay, these are not the same game at all.
No, it's
Um,
like 2 completely different games.
But like when I talk about like Oblivion or New Vegas still being playable today, so I played The Witcher 3 because I finally like my buddy was like, oh my god, The Witcher's great, blah 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 blah, and finally I was like, okay, well I'll pick it up. Played through it, beat the game. Well, sort of. I didn't beat the DLC, but anyways, I would pick up. Hey, Lex, how's it going? I like 3 a lot. Fallout 3 or Witcher 3? Unpopular opinion. Fallout 3 or Witcher 3? But anyways, how's it going, Lex? And fuck that shit. Back to what I was trying to say. Fallout 3. With Witcher, I was like, okay, I beat this, so you know what? Maybe I should try Witcher 1 and 2. Witcher 1, fucking unplayable. Controls don't work. The camera doesn't move where you would expect it to move in a game like that. Just completely unplayable by modern standards. Couldn't play
It's
it.
just one of those things where, like, even the graphics made your eyes hurt.
Yeah, like the graphics made your eyes hurt. The camera didn't move. The camera wasn't latched. The third-person camera wasn't latched the way it should be. It just it showed its age in a very bad way. The graphics weren't terrible, but the movement, the animations, the camera angles, it just wasn't playable. And like I'm sure it was playable when it came out, obviously, but like, you know how like some games they come out and it's really bad and it's really terrible and they critically fail and they like whoa, somebody just phased in and out in front of me. Okay. And the company's basically like, okay, yep, nope, we fucked up, and they're out of the game. Like Blood Rain. Blood Rain was that video game based on a movie or based on a book or whatever. And
Yeah.
Blood Rain, it was a fun game and it was an okay game, but its control scheme basically killed it, and they were like, we don't know how to make this work, so we're just not going to bother. We're going to make Blood Rain 2 and then we're going to give up. Well, with Witcher, the company was like, we're not giving up, and they came out with Witcher 2, and Witcher 2 was functional. It wasn't Witcher 3, don't get me wrong, but it was functional and playable, and I did play a bunch of Witcher 2, but the graphics were so drastically different from Witcher 3 that I just never got into the story.
Right.
But then, yeah, like, Witcher 3 was critical success. Like, succeeded in every means of the word. The only thing
Funnily enough, about Witcher 3, I abandoned it pretty early on because, you know, I had heard all these good things about it, and I guess it was okay, but at the time I was not too far off coming off of, like, less than 6 months coming off of Dragon Age Inquisition, which I also abandoned, and I had the same problem with both of them, and it's that they kind of gave me that, I don't know, the way I describe it is,
I love that
like-
Lex didn't finish Witcher 3. Like, of all the open world RPG games to not finish, Witcher 3 is not the one you don't finish. Like, what? Like, Lex,
that's the one I didn't finish.
go back and play it. Stream that shit. Witcher 3 could still draw a crowd, I bet.
I also have not finished Witcher 3, and I probably never will, because
Every once in a while, and I say every once in a while, it's been a couple years, but like, I'll pick up Witcher 3 on my OG save and just be like, I'm just gonna go collect some treasure.
Witcher
to-
3 kind of just gave me that RPG fatigue, the same thing I got from
I do get that.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
I can get
And
that.
I think it's because I'm a total completionist when it comes to games like
Yes.
that with all kinds of map objectives. And
Yes.
I do an area, get to the next area, and it's just full of map objectives again, and I just feel so demoralized because it's like there's a daunting amount of things to do. I want to do them all, but at the same time, as soon as I change areas, all of my progress is no longer visible. So it's not like doing a game that's fully open world with the world as a single piece, and then you can see
Right.
the icons slowly disappearing on the map as you make progress. It's just, oh, here's a new area with all the same objectives as the last, and none of it looks done.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, and like, I agree. So, with games like Skyrim or Fallout 4, I've given up on being a completionist because it's just not going to happen. But when it comes to Far Cry, usually I'm a complete Far Cry completionist.
See, with Skyrim and Fallout 4, I find, especially with Skyrim, I didn't have trouble completing Skyrim because as you complete the quests,
You complete the
see that
side
quest
quests,
markers
and yeah.
disappear.
Skyrim quests are never ending,
The
they just keep
completionist thing with Far Cry though.
Well, the thing with like Far Cry is so Far Cry is a $79.99 Canadian game. What are they, like $59.99, $69.99 US?
About there, $59.99.
Yeah. So it's $59.99 US. Now, if you play just first of all, if you try to play just the storyline in any Ubisoft game, you will hit a hard point where you have to go and grind quest on the side
Right.
stuff just to upgrade your shit enough to be competitive. That's the first thing, and that's fine because it encourages you to actually do some of the side quests. Now, all the little bullshit like get this to tier 3, get that to tier 3, make sure you like gotten all your assassins in this neighborhood, blah 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 blah. No, you don't have to do all that, but you do have to do like
Right.
some of the side questing just to have the money and shit to upgrade your equipment.
Well,
That's
I find
fine.
Far Cry 5 did it in a great way
I
'Cause
loved
not
Far
only
Cry
did
5's
they-
way.
Not only did they have like a good variety of objectives, but the side quests gave you good enough rewards to be worth doing, and they all
Yes.
had some bit of connection to the story.
Or another Far Cry. Like they'd be like, oh, okay,
Right.
well we're gonna talk about Herc.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like,
that's fine.
Here's Herc from the previous Far Cries,
And-
and he's gonna sit there and bombard you with nostalgia by talking about his escapades in other games.
And Assassin's Creed falls flat on that a little bit because they don't like, but to some extent it'll be like, Altair Ibn La Ahad, and you're like, oh shit, I played that guy. Like, yeah, Altair,
Right.
fuck yeah, and like which is great, but you don't get as much of it as you do with Far Cry. But what I was gonna say with Far Cry is, the Far Cry main storylines are usually about 20-25 hours.
Yeah.
Now, the way I judge a game is, and I judge indie games and AAA titles differently. A AAA title, I believe, should give you about a 1-to-1 ratio of dollar per hour of value.
Right.
If you complete a Far Cry game, 100% completion, except for maybe like a couple of multiplayer achievements or whatever, which I don't count the multiplayer achievements because
Right.
I'm not going to be forced into playing multiplayer by a fucking trophy. But if you complete the 99.9% of a Far Cry game, you'll be sitting at that 80 to 120 hour mark every time. And that, in my mind, it's like that is the perfect amount of time to spend grinding a game out to get all the little bullshit and be like, haha, I did it, I beat this game. And then you look back and you're like,
Right.
yeah, I could have spent my money in worse ways.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how.
But
like, I
Witcher
see
3
Skyrim.
was like, oh, 300 hours and I still have shit to do. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, the problem I have with games like that is there's just so much to do. And it's not really that there's so much to do, it's that so much of it is the same. And you
Go
never
die
want-
for treasure. Okay, go die for treasure. Okay, it's like,
Right,
can you give
never
me a
want
new
completing a game's
boss?
objectives to feel like work.
And that's the thing is like, you can have too much entertainment for your dollar value where it becomes cheap and watered
Right,
down.
It's like 1 or 2 fetch quests is fine.
Like-
70 fetch quests for an achievement and nothing else is not fine.
Exactly. Like, okay, I'm paying between 75 cents to $1 for an hour of entertainment in a game. That's great. I also know that there's going to be some value to that, right? Like I'm going to get what I pay for that dollar. You know what I mean? When you're
Right,
paying
right.
10 cents for an hour, you're going to get 10 cents worth of content in that hour of gameplay. And that's what I feel like in a AAA title when with Witcher 3, where it's like, yeah, this is 10 cent content. And you know what?
Right.
SnowRunner feels the same way a lot, where it's like, okay,
A lot of it's
so the base
repetitive.
game's $49.99, the season's pass is $39.99, the second season pass is $39.99, and it's like, I get there's only so much you can do driving a truck around in the mud, but giving me that 10 cents content is them
Right.
being like, deliver 3 loads of logs. By the way, you can only carry 1 load of logs on your truck, and you got to deliver 3 loads of logs across the map 3 times.
Right. Oh, by the
Okay.
way, here's the 70th seismic mission in this region.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, thank you for the 10 cents worth of content. Yeah, that took your developer a long time to go copy paste.
Exactly.
And that's where they get too much for the money.
That's
The-
where I feel games like, again, Skyrim shine, because there's always something new to see, at least.
Or even Red Dead Redemption.
Even with Red Dead Redemption.
You can play
Red Dead
the
Redemption,
storyline of Red Dead Redemption 5
uh,
times and get 5 different gaming experiences because
Right.
of the random encounters.
Well, like with Red Dead Redemption 2, even all the side quests. The side quests aren't just... I mean, a lot of the side quests are talk to this guy, shoot some people, travel somewhere, that's it.
But there's a story and there's life and
enough story
environment
in
to
there.
it.
Like, you could be riding through a misty forest and come across a house with a couple of a hillbilly brother and sister cannibal couple who fuck each other and ate their parents, and they want to make you dinner too.
Yeah. And like,
So there's
and
enough
there's
small,
different ways to
interesting
play it.
things.
You can go in guns blazing and blow them away right off the bat. You can eat
Exactly.
dinner with them. You can try to deny them. Like, there's different ways to play it as well, and your decisions have some amount of like matter to them. And even like with Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, fucking massive spoiler alert here. If you collect up all the side quests and start them all as the primary protagonist and finish them as the primary protagonist, you will get a different voice line than if you start them all as the primary protagonist and finish them as the secondary protagonist.
One thing I noticed is the
Feel
quest for
like-
a certain person is. If you complete a quest for a certain person as primary protagonist, and then go to secondary protagonist, there's sometimes new quests where the people you talk to will know about primary protagonists, and some may
Exactly.
speak fondly of him.
So or they might speak negatively if you were negative with them.
Right, depending on how you were.
And so with Red Dead Redemption 1, I noticed that. So you play as John Marston and then you play as Jack Marston. So I collected up a bunch of quests as John Marston. I accidentally completed the main storyline. I became Jack, and I went and handed in this quest, and she was like, "Wow, it's been some time," kind of thing. You look younger. And the guy was and then Jack's basically like, I'm finishing this for an old friend. Huh, you look a lot like him. And like it just kind of like leads off from there, but it's like very clearly like, yeah, I read my dad's diary and he said that this thing, so I'm finishing it for
Right.
like, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
Well, another thing that's kind of like that, it's cool you mentioned the read my dad's diary thing, because in Red Dead Redemption 2, with the way
Arthur
like,
goes to John.
Arthur keeps all of his records meticulously in his diary,
Yeah.
and John gets his hands on it, and it's so interesting to see, to look back and see all of Arthur's writings, and then you can see John's more childish scribbles
Yes.
in there as well, and it's like, it feels...
Oh, I lost you there.
It helps connect the two.
It does, and like, I really, really want there to be a Red Dead 3. And one of the things that I really want them to do is I want them to try to tie together more of the characters, because they both take place in very similar areas, just kind of shifted. But I want them to connect together some more of the characters that you deal with in both games, and kind of tie together what was Annie McFarlane doing in between 1 and 2, like, you know what I mean, like, because there's a couple of
Right.
crossover characters where, like, if you've played Red Dead 1 and then you go and meet them as Arthur and you're like, wow, what a dickbag I was to that person, that all of a sudden John was like perfectly normal to in the first one. And like, it's story, whoa, what the fuck,
You know what I would like to see
holy
for Red Dead 3?
shit, I just saw a semi go flying.
I can't remember the woman's name, but in the beginning of Red Dead 2, that woman that you save,
Oh, yeah. I
I'd
think she
like to
gets killed,
see-
though, doesn't she? Or does she escape?
no, she escapes. It's an spoilers. In the epilogue, when you're playing as John, if you went with a certain ending where Micah Bell escapes,
Right.
you hunt him down, and she's the one who helps you hunt him down.
In Red Dead 1, don't you also hunt down Micah, though? Like, isn't the canon ending...
believe so.
Isn't the canon ending of 2 that Micah gets away?
I believe so, yes. I think the canon ending in these games is usually the good ending, and with the good ending of Red Dead 2, again, spoilers.
He dies of TB, Micah gets away, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
so him and Micah fight. Micah is about to kill him. What's his name? Wow, why can't I remember his name?
Dutch? Or
Dutch, yeah. Dutch shows up and kind of stops Micah from killing Arthur, and Micah and Dutch both run away.
Okay. Because John hunts Dutch and Micah down in 1.
Right. Yeah, I believe so. all of his old crew that kind of split at the end of 2, he's tasked with hunting them all down.
Yeah, and then gets killed anyways.
Right.
Bullshit.
He hunts them all down. And
I
then,
would like to see a Red Dead 2, a Red Undead 2, just like there was the first one that they did, the Undead Redemption.
Yeah, Undead Nightmare would be nice. I think I know why they focus so much on the multiplayer, but I think if they
Money.
focus more on proper story DLC, they would make good money on it.
Oh, I
just
100%
think-
agree.
I just think they find so much more value in doing the online thing because so many people buy into it no matter what.
I don't think Red Dead Online is nearly as possible as GTA 5 Online, though.
It's not, but that's because the
It's, the
The era
cowboy
that
the
Red
Cowboys
Dead's
thing
in,
is more niche to
it's
begin with.
it's very inflexible. You can't get 10-year-olds to spend their mom's money on gold bars so they can buy a jacket or a nice horse. You can if you throw a flying bike at them that'll let them bully other people online.
Right. I just the big thing about the big like the really good, and I shouldn't say big studios, the really good studios, because I think for all their faults, the good studios are Bethesda, Rockstar, CD Projekt Red, despite Cyberpunk. Okay, Cyberpunk is a great game with a great story
I was
with
gonna make a
poor
comment
implementation.
about Cyberpunk earlier. So remember how you said how with The Witcher 1 it was janky and a mistake, but they pushed through anyway and made The
I
Witcher 3.
think they need to make another Cyberpunk.
I think their problem with Cyberpunk is CD Projekt Red didn't know how to make a good shooter.
And that's exactly what it is CD Projekt Red knew how to make Witcher, and they could have made a Witcher 4, but they agreed to end the storyline there,
Right.
which is fine. But they didn't know how to make a shooter, and it's evident in CDPR. They didn't know how to make a driver or a shooter.
Well, just looking at how long it took them to put it out in general, it just speaks volumes of how much trouble they had getting everything working.
But I mean, you look at a studio like Ubisoft and Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs Legion's janky as fuck. Legion is janky as shit. It's still wildly popular and a good game. But like, if Ubisoft can't get Legion Watch Dogs right, what makes you think CD Projekt Red, without the backing of a company like Ubisoft and without the experience of a company like Ubisoft, was going to get CD Projekt Red right? Or fucking Cyberpunk right?
Well, you know, it's funny. Watch Dogs Legion is janky as shit, but I actually really thought they did a great job with Watch Dogs 2.
I haven't played anything but Legion from the Watch Dogs series, and I
Okay,
like
Watch Dogs
Legion,
1 was
but
it was technically all right.
there's a mission in Legion that's janked out, and it
I'm
ruined
sure.
the experience for me.
Yeah, I get it. Legion, I find, for me, suffers the problem of A, the jank, and B, there's not enough story there. There's not enough character investment for me to care.
Well, there's no character investment in it other than the like 9 special characters that you can win by taking areas, because
Right.
every single person can be recruited. So how much backstory can you possibly put into it other than
Exactly.
this guy's a
So-
criminal, this guy's this guy?
There's not a character that you can get invested in, and that's why I liked Watch Dogs 2, because the character had personality, unlike the character from
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 1. The character from Watch Dogs 1 was just emo asshole generic number 2, avenge my family. The character from Watch Dogs 2 had a certain charm to him, and you could get invested in them, and you can get invested into the side characters as well,
Yeah.
because they were fleshed out
I
characters.
genuinely feel bad for Wolfie and Badger right now.
Why is that?
I don't care. I ended my stream. I'm just waiting for you guys to finish that load.
Oh, you ended your stream?
No.
Oh, because we just talked for like 45 minutes straight. No, but like, it's yeah. I also need to end, but it's game reviewing is. I like these subjective game review topics because they're easy to get into. But yeah, character development is so important. It's so important to be able to like get the character development and feel something for the character. A game either needs to be like Hand Simulator where the character doesn't matter, it's the gameplay that matters, or it needs to be like The Witcher 3 where you give a shit what's happening in Geralt's life. You know what I mean?
Right. You need either story or gameplay to be the main focus. If
Mhm.
neither of them is a good focus, then it's just not a
'Cause
fun game.
I can look past the absolute fuckery of every single Assassin's Creed game ever, where it's not as bad. I mean, I've played every Assassin's Creed game up until Unity so far. I'm so fucking backlogged on Assassin's Creed, it's not even funny. But playing AC1 with how janky it was just to climb up a building and do a back jump off a wall. Actually, back jumping wasn't even a thing yet.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. So.
But with how janky it was to be like, I want to climb up this wall and I'm dead. Fuck. In AC1, where it was basically like there were certain things you could climb and there were certain things you couldn't. And it was very obvious where you could hide, where you could climb. There was basically 5 textures and that was it.
Right.
And then you got into the Ezio era where they really like worked on like expanding the skill set and like, okay, we want to come from 1, which was basically a tech demo and a
Kinda
proof of
linear
concept that we can
in its,
do stabby sword fighting.
right.
Very linear, very grindy, the same 3, like, you're gonna kill this guy, and to do it, you're gonna do this stealth quest, this murder quest, and this pickpocket quest. Okay, you're gonna kill this guy, you're gonna do a stealth quest, a murder quest, and a pickpocket quest. Like, thanks, asshole.
Are you guys done with your load? Cause I'm
Yeah, I
clearing
dropped
the server.
mine.
We have finished our load.
So AC1 was it felt very fucking grindy, and then trying to find all those fucking Templars to murder for the achievement. Ugh. That was brutal too. Then the Ezio Chronicles was basically like, we're gonna make it a little bit better. We're gonna add some better things to find and treasure and an economy. And then throughout that, they basically got to, by the end of the Ezio Chronicles, you could upgrade your base, you could hire more assassins, you had extracurricular activities, you had
Right.
missions. So now they've built on that with every game further on. But all throughout, all the way up until like, I think it still happens in Unity, you go to be like, back jump. Fuck, now I gotta start the map over again. And back jump. God damn it, I am lined up perfectly, and you can put your character in the exact same spot visually 50 fucking
Right.
times and hit the controller the exact same way 50 fucking times, and 10 times you'll hit the jump and 40 times you won't. And it's
Yeah.
because you have to hit that pixel, but we're playing at fucking 1440 and I can't see individual pixels at 1440 at 12 inches. That's the fucking point. So like, but I can look past that little bit of jank because the story and the graphics and the character are just so like,
Right.
whew, I'm there, I'm in it, I'm in the history, I'm looking at Notre Dame, I'm looking at the French Revolution. Okay, I can look past a little bit of this. Don't forget you work early tomorrow, Mr. Storyteller. I know I'm still 20 minutes before my due time here, but I can look past a little bit of that jank in an Ubisoft game, right? Because the characters are so good.
You know, I think I had a similar feeling about the newer Assassin's Creeds with specifically with between Origins and Odyssey. I think I had this conversation with Metal. I preferred Origins over Odyssey, even though Odyssey was beautiful and Greece was wonderfully rendered. I found more investment in Bayek's story from Origins, and it also had the beautiful vista of ancient Egypt, which is different from what most games do. Not a lot of games do desert, you know, and I just found it to be overall a more appealing game because I was more invested in the characters.
Yeah. And like I said, I haven't played the newer ones yet, but I've definitely seen like little bits and pieces of the newer ones. And that was one of the things with Syndicate. Is it Syndicate that's in England?
Yes, that's one I did not play.
And the complaint was that because they gave it the two protagonist storyline, so you could have a male and a female, people were like, "Oh, you didn't flesh out." They felt rigid and papery because like, or cardboardy, I guess, because rigid. But they were like, they didn't spend enough time making you like either one of them because they had to keep switching back and forth between both of them.
Right.
And that's the thing, like, and it's tough because, you know, you have the gaming community now is also moving away from these like story-based, story-driven digital novels essentially, and they're
Right.
now moving toward like fuck it, the most recent was it Call of Duty. Is it Call of Duty or Battlefield? The most recent Battlefield doesn't even have a fucking campaign. Like
The
I'm
most
sorry,
recent one.
you
Yeah,
want me to
Battle-
spend
the next
$79.99?
Battlefield isn't gonna have a campaign.
You want me to spend $79.99 on a AAA shooter and there's no fucking campaign? I
From
stopped
what I
buying
hear-
Call of Duty and Battlefield both because the campaigns were 10 hours tops.
Right, yeah. And that's sad because honestly, even with Battlefield, I think it was 5 or, yeah, even with, between both of them, even with their strangled campaigns, the campaigns were pretty damn good. And it was a shame that they were so short.
Well, and that's just it. They do such good storytelling with such good graphics, and the shooting is so good, and the AI is so good. And then it's I'm cool with no campaign in COD. I don't play it anyways, and that's fine. And that's the thing, and that's the tale of the times, Wolvie. I get that, but there's still like other gamers out there that would rather play a shooter alone. Like I like playing a shooter alone and playing through a storyline and being told a story, right? Like I like that movie experience, and we have the graphics ability and the computing ability now. Can you imagine the first Call of Duty or Medal of Honor? Can you imagine those games with today's graphics abilities, with their like 25, 30, 40 hour campaigns?
Well, that's like even with
World at War.
It was about as long. Medal of Honor Warfighter had good campaign or good graphics for its era, and the campaign looked great.
World at War, Call of Duty World at War with today's graphics, it was already fantastic. But can you imagine it redone in a modern engine today?
Even with even though I am not the biggest fan of Treyarch, I would say I'm pretty much an anti-fan of Treyarch at this point. I would have loved to see the original Black Ops with Cold War's graphics.
Right, and that's the thing, and that's where I think game companies need to appease both the single player players and the multiplayer players at the same time, and they need to kind of to come back to the roots there a little bit, and get back into that development. And I'm gonna make one last point here before I do this raid and say my goodbyes and stuff. But I said earlier that I value indie games differently. As I said, like I look for that 75 cent to $1.20 mark on the hour for content on a AAA title. The reason I do indie games differently is because an indie game, they generally do better at listening to the community because the community are their shareholders up front because they don't have big investors. So you look at a game like Oxygen Not Included or Satisfactory or Dyson Sphere Project, Prison Architect, games like that, and the game might be $20. The number of hours I can put into a game like that, though, is in the thousands.
Right. Well, a
So you have
good
to-
analog for that for me is the game Starbound.
Oh.
I've got so much time into Starbound, and that's because over the years in its development, it has changed so much and improved so much that if you were to go to it 2 years ago and go to it now, it would be a completely different game, damn near.
And that's exactly it. It's either they're continually developing it, they're continually adding shit, they're continually fixing shit, and it's a game. American Truck Simulator is a great analog as well. They keep adding things, they keep adding new missions and new maps and new this and new that, and there's a reason to keep coming back to it. So I'll accept the fact that I'm going to put more hours into it, but they're going to give me a reason to come back and try it out, and they're going to space that content out. But where that can fail them is if they're too much like another game. Like right now, these
Right.
like city builder, city management games are all the rage, and it's great. I love
They're
it. It's
pretty
fine.
much all the same.
But well, and that's just it. How many fucking city builders do we need that are all based in the exact same time period?
Right. It's like you've got 30 different medieval city managers, and they're all basically the same.
They're built on the
Same
same. They're all built on
graphical
Unreal
differences.
Engine. They're just different art, but they all have the same. You build a peasant.
Right.
You cut a tree. You build a wall. Like, okay, thanks. I'll play this one. Fuck it. I don't care. I'll play. If you've played one, you've played a dozen.
That's
Every
kind
so
of how
often,
I feel about 4X
one
games
comes
at
out
this
that you're
point.
like, oh, this one's great, right?
Right, yeah, that little gem in the rough. Well, I felt the same way initially about Valheim. It's just another survival game with the same loop, but it was unique in its graphics and atmosphere.
I
that
feel like
it sucked me in for
Valheim.
hours.
Valheim is unique enough because it's based on a lore and mythology and an era that are underdone.
Right.
There's not enough Viking stuff done, so it
And
worked.
I think that's why I
But it's
like
Viking
Assassin's Creed
Arc.
Origins so much, because there's barely any Egyptian stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
So it had that uniqueness to
At
it.
least
that
not since Age of
made-
Mythology.
Right, but like, it filled a niche that had been abandoned for a long time.
I truly feel that Battlefield 1, the reason Battlefield 1 was so good despite its short campaign, although it was an excellently written campaign with excellent art, the truly amazing thing about Battlefield 1 that keeps people coming back to it to this day is World War 1 is an underdeveloped gaming enterprise.
Right.
World War 1 is not done enough, and it's still not done right, and Battlefield 1 got kind of close to there, but trying to convince 128 people, 64 people per side, or 256 with 128 per side, to get in a fucking trench and just plink away at
Right.
each other for an hour and a half before the game allows you to charge over the wire in one direction just doesn't happen. And that's the problem with doing World War One
And
as
I think
as a
they
game.
try to force that a little bit with the Frontlines game modes in Battlefield 1 and 5.
they did,
But
but it just doesn't work enough
it
because
kind
it's
of
people are
just
still
devolves
too-
into the same sort of chaos, because somebody's still going to rush a trench with a trench gun and try to go for
Yeah.
like that 20 kill streak.
Yeah, and it's very tough to get people who aren't historian minded to play the game type to the game type's
Right.
point. But again,
no,
that's
it's funny,
where
'cause-
you need to go to the single player experience.
There's an indie game that I have not played, but I've seen some gameplay of, and it kind of works even with people who are not historically minded, because for some reason, the community doesn't just always default to that charge the enemy line thing. And I think it's because of the era it's in, and charging an enemy line like that is suicide. And
Right.
I'm talking about Hold Fast Nations at War, and it takes
Yes.
place in the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah,
I've only ever seen gameplay of it, but I think the reason it works is because
well,
it
the reason it works,
incentivizes that formation tactic.
well, it does because it's musket fire and it takes you an hour
Right.
to fucking reload, and
Right.
and half your shots miss just due to musketry.
Just due to shitty muskets and their horrible
But you still end up
accuracy.
with people playing that game like it's a standard Call of Duty first-person shooter, and it
Right, but
defaults
then
into fuckery.
at the same time, they pay for it, because if you're charging an enemy line and you miss
Yes.
your shot, well, all you've got is a sword, you've got 30 angry Frenchmen about to cut you down.
Yeah. So, but anyways, with that, who do we still have here? Wolvie and Shade. Badger's already fucked off. I'm not gonna do a raid now because I'm down to 2 people, and the person I was gonna raid logged off. So I'm just gonna finish with thank you guys for playing tonight. Remember that we are trying to get to $50 US in donations by August 8th to activate the spicy noodle challenge. Your donations will also activate their exclamation spice menu items during that time. And we're doing a $50 US dollar giveaway to the gaming service of your choice on the same day that we do the ramen. And if we hit 100 US dollars, and for every 100 US dollars after that we hit on our way to August 8th, I add another $25 gaming giveaway that will take place on that night. So that's what we've got going on. And I've got a bunch of other spicy foods that we're going to start working our way through as we move towards 2022, including another ramen package, which is the 2X spicy one. So we'll see how the first one goes. With that, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you tomorrow.